As part of section 1 economy macroeconomics, employment is also a topic. So let's see this. Employment is nothing but essential manifestation of macroeconomic growth in citizens. Leaves is a steady rise in employment opportunities and reflecting the need for a strong employment. In employment, we have three measured using of three indicators, nothing but LFPR, WPR and UR. Labor force participation rate, worker population rate ratio and unemployment rate. Let's see what is labor force participation rate. Labor force participation rate is nothing but it measures the percentage of adult working age population between 15 and 59 years that is either employed or looking for employment. The person who is employed or looking for employment whose age is between 15 to 59 years. A high labor force participation rate is an indicator of confidence in the economy. When the labor force participation rate is higher, we can say that the economic confidence is more. Next, Telangana's labor force participation rate reflects active workforce participation contributing to economic dynamism. Next, Telangana had 66.5% overall labor force participation rate in 22-23. We have to see the labor force participation rate in urban, rural and overall. When coming to urban labor force participation rate, Telangana stands at 55.1% in its contribution, whereas all India 55.6%. It has a 0.5% difference and all India contribution is more in urban. In the year 22-23, in rural labor force participation rate, Telangana stands 64.2 and all India 73.1. Overall labor force participation rate, Telangana's contribution is 61.6 and all India's is 66.5. Labor force participation rate in Telangana and all India by gender 2022-23 male and female. When coming to male in Telangana, 81.8% is a contribution for the labor force contribution participation rate. When coming to India, it is 83.2. When coming to female in Telangana, it is only 50.4 and when coming to India, it is only 39.8. So here we can see the Telangana contribution of females labor force participation rate is more than India's labor force participation rate. We got all this source from periodic labor force survey 2022-23. When coming to the rural labor force participation rate in the year 22-23, for male and female, Telangana's labor force participation rate in rural coming as 83.4, in India is 84.2. India is the top. Female 60, Telangana 62.4, India 44.3. When coming to urban labor force participation rate, male Telangana 79.2, India 80.3. Female Telangana 30.8, India 28.3. Here we can see overall labor force participation rate in urban and rural. Females contribution from Telangana is more than the India. And when we see apart from urban and rural also, only female and male labor force contribution, Telangana's contribution from female side is more. Next we can see worker population ratio WPR. It's nothing but the percentage of people. It's nothing but the WPR measures the percentage of people employed in the population. If we have 10% population in a state, how much percent employed is checked by WPR, worker population ratio. So a high and growing WPR implies that the economy is producing jobs. If a WPR implies the high and growing, It indicates that the economy is producing jobs that match the skills and needs of the population. We can see again the survey WPR by rural and urban 22 to 23. Rural Telangana's contribution is 71.0 and all India is 65.5, whereas Telangana is the highest from rural side. And in case of urban, Telangana is 51.1 and all India is 52.0. In urban, all India's contribution to WPR is more. So as we have studied the definition, where the high and growing WPR implies the economy is producing jobs that match the skills and needs of the population. So in urban, all India's contribution is more than Telangana. When coming to overall we can see Telangana's contribution is more 63.4 and all India's is less 59.5. Next, when coming to WPR in Telangana and all India by gender, male and female. When coming to male, Telangana's contribution is 77.7, whereas all India 80.2, whereas female Telangana 48.4 and all India 38.5. Here we can see in female also in Telangana it is more, whereas 48.4. And working population ratio in Telangana and all India by rural and urban in 22 and 23. In rural, male female, in urban, male female. In rural, labor force participation rate in male, Telangana's contribution is 80, which is lower than India, whereas female contribution is